Hey everyone, Spin Spawn Hunts here. And I know it's been a while, so long time no see. I kind of wanted to catch up as things get busy in life and we have to kind of readjust our hobbies and interests. So I've been out of the loop a bit, and I'm just doing this video to kind of catch up on some of the title update one for Monster Hunter Wilds. That's the Blossom Fest, and obviously the addition of Mizutsune and Zoh Shia, as I talked about. I think that's kind of where I left off before. Lots of new things have happened with the events and the arenas, and all these kind of things. Tempered Rey Dau, as well as we're about just over halfway through the title update one schedule, and about to finish that off and work our way into the second title update, which should be sometime in the summer. Which we're still waiting on an official release date. As I was saying, let's go off into title update one with the beginning of the Grand Hub. So the Grand Hub is kind of the the gathering hub from previous games, if you're familiar with World or Rise or older generations, where you can gather and access the same kind of things that you can in the main camps of the different biomes. You'll have your crafting and your quest givers and some other special things that they've laid out from this in this special area. So here you'll have assigned the intro board, which will give you your announcements, limited quests, and kind of those kind of things that you would see. And coming around, you can see your camp is still set up. Alma's wandering around the camp. You can still access Nada and get your materials, as well as a new armor smith named Legend, who is working alongside with Gemma to deliver some unique event armor and title update 1 equipment. Similar other things that are in the Grand Hub are some mini games, like you'll see here with the arm wrestling, where if you're in a link party or say a squad lobby, friends can get together and just kind of participate in these fun little mini games. And it's just something that changes too with the addition of Blossomdance, where they add in these different land designs and things like that you'll see later. So here you also have your quest givers, typical to the quest that you get from Alma, and then the special arena counter, Ricardo, which will give you access to title update 1 event quests. So this one here was a limited one against Dashaguma, which rewarded pendants based on the time that you would take to complete the mission with a set of equipment and weapons. So you choose from the weapons that they offer you, and you're limited and restricted, similar to, again, if you've played Monster Hunter Rise or World, you'll see some similarities in the arena quests. Not at all an easy thing to do, especially given that your loadout is preset for you. But depending on your time, like I said, you'll get those. You could have gotten those event rewards, which are very likely to return in the future. So here, if you get it under 5 minutes, you get access to all 3 pendants, and then 10 minutes and plenty of time to get C rank within 50 minutes with that quest. So you travel around the Grand Hub. There's lots to see here. Take it in. They put a lot of time into this design. And off to the side here, you'll see another mini game, which is the barrel bowling, which I found was pretty fun. I don't know how much time I actually took to do it, but I did it a few times. It's also decorated for Blossom Fest with the unique barrels and some other decorations for the seasonal activity. What the aim of the game is to knock down as much as you can, and you accumulate points based on the barrel that you throw, resulting in a score similar to Arena, where you'll have a ranking and rewards. So here's the landscape of the pub. You can see you can get up here pretty easily by climbing some vines and dropping down here. You'll get to the meal table that offers a unique set of meals, different than what you would get in your tent if you're preparing from a normal quest. So you get a little bit more bonuses to elemental resistance, defense, as well as some unique skills based on each individual meal. There's also another one that was seasonal with Blossom Fest, Festival of Accord, which I'll talk about later after. Title Update 1's main monster, Mizutsune, was also brought in. And again, if you're familiar with this fight or this monster from Generations Ultimate, one of the Fated 4, as well as his return in Monster Hunter Rise, with some of the same movesets like the water cannon, and not an easy monster by any means. It joins the 8-star ranked monsters with the tempered version, along with Zoh Shia and Arkveld, as well as Gore Magala, which is supposed to be coming sometime, with a boosted up version of that 7-star to make him an 8-star monster. You'll see that Tail Strike, if it gets you, it's pretty much a one-shot if you get hit with this tempered version. So you'll see too, it also drops this enraged fire mode, which is Soul Sear, and you know that gives Mizu damage over time with a fire element, and part of his being brought into this game. But like I said, it's not an easy monster, but it does come with its own unique set of weapons and its own armor, which can be used throughout the title update. Zoh Shia was also added back in to title update 1, which, if you remember, we haven't been able to fight him since the beginning of the mainline story before adventuring off into the high rank quests afterwards. So Zoh Shia kind of very similar to the Fatalis fights of past, or if you're familiar with Monster Hunter World, kind of that staged fight design where there's like phases, and you know it has this ultimate attack that's capable of wiping your entire party. But Zoh Shia has been a great monster, a great addition to the title update in the game. I've had a lot of fun fighting it numerous times. He basically has the Guardian capabilities of before, with you know this ice, these crystals that build up on it and regenerate. So you try to break those down so that you can knock the monster down and then do as much damage as possible. With those Guardian attacks too, you'll see these crystals forming on the ground, which you can shoot with different pods that you'll find throughout the arena, and use them to do a considerable amount of damage and knock down Zoh Shia. You'll see here, after a period of time, he goes into a fire mode, where he gets more fire attacks, again similar to Fatalis, with that breathing down fire attack, and then, you know, that AoE and all that other stuff. Here you can see again the crystals forming when he does that Guardian attack, which you can use again with those pods. You'll also see, once he goes to do his ultimate in a minute, he'll also pop up these crystals again, but much larger. And, you know, you have to shoot those down in order to create a safe space for you to sharpen and prepare while he does the ultimate. That won't result in a wipe. Or you can run to the very extent of the arena, since it actually is outside of the AoE range, and which I do in this video here because I needed to sharpen anyway, and for time I just ran to the end and did it that way. But here you can see those crystals, so if you were to shoot those with, you know, various slinger ammo, they would be destroyed and they wouldn't radiate that fire attack into it all. And then here you'll see the full Zoh Shia set with the Zoh Shia Greatsword. Now, the Festival of Accord Blossomdance just ended today with the addition of the new challenge quest, Tempered Rey Dau. Now, you know, Tempered Rey Dau has been here for a week now as part of that Blossomdance overlap. But here with this event, you can see they added some fireworks, lanterns, blossoms, and really decorated the Grand Hub to create that experience. And with that comes with new sets of armor for Securitide, and an event quest for La Labarina with another set of flowerish armor restricted to the event only. You also got these tickets for that armor, as well as a special meal voucher, which would allow you to use the Blossomdance meal. Now, this is something that's been around in the past, and you can expect to see it return again at some point. So even if you've missed it this time around, you know, you still have access to the title update 1 content, but just this part will not be in right now at the end of the day today. Although it may make a return, like I said. And here's that sushi meal. And with other events, as they do the seasonal ones, you can expect them to have unique meals for it. Unique armor sets as well, and similar to other things like that. Alma here is even dressed up in her own Sakura type armor. So here you'll see, you know, that's that Securitide Blossomdance set using Blossomdance tickets that you can get through events and by completing daily bounties that reset every day and every week. Here's that Securitide. I'm not wearing the full set here, but you can get the idea. I did manage to unlock it all. However, it is a nice looking set. I did really enjoy it, as well as the Palico set as well, which you may see just from the Palicos running around the Grand Hub. right here with the Diva. So the Diva also has this special song for the seasonal event, and you can see how decorated it is. Now, the one thing with the Zoh Shia weapon, the layered weapon settings. So here you see, the Arch Tempered Rey Dau events. We're a little over halfway through the title update 1, and the challenge quest will be arriving tonight, as well as the Capcom collaboration, which will be happening at the end of May, which I still think is Onimusha, given that we're seeing a Capcom revitalization, remaster of the Onimusha 2 with Way of the Sword coming out in 2026. And there's also the additional features, which I believe to be that, they talked about the 8-star Gorma Gala vice the 7-star. So thank you for coming by and taking the time to catch this update. I do intend on being a little more present with them, and I'll be following along the Arch Tempered thing and the remainder of Title Update 1, just leading into Title Update 2 with Lagiacris and so forth. So look forward to seeing you, and happy hunting out there.